We are so much better positioned now to be able to respond to the needs of people with dementia and their caregivers. So at this time, our staff are attending as many as 11 memory clinics each month here in Grey and Bruce counties. And these provide the staff with an opportunity to connect at the point of diagnosis with someone with Alzheimer's disease or another dementia and let them know about the services that we have available. Now, 19 years ago, it was a different story. People would not come and talk to us about what the issues were that they were dealing with. I remember taking displays to health fairs when I first started working here, and I'd set out my materials with the information and brochures, and nobody would come to our table. They didn't want to talk about it. So certainly over the 19 years, the stigma is being reduced, people are more open, more people know someone affected by the disease and are willing to talk about how it's impacting their life, how it's impacting the persons that they love and are caring for.
When you're diagnosed with dementia, what you actually do is you gain the ability to plan ahead with people that you trust. So you might get into a position where you cannot live alone anymore, but then you've been able to make a plan to include what you do when you can't live anymore. So there's lots of supports available, and you may not remember or even be aware when you need those supports. And so your person of trust will make those decisions based on your wishes. But that isn't necessarily around diagnosis time. That's after your plan has been made with that person.
Businesses are very responsive, and I hear many, many times the work you do is really important. We are a recognized, respected organization within the community, and businesses know that and feedback that message. One of the things that we always stress that's really important is that a donation to the Alzheimer Society of Grey-Bruce stays in Grey-Bruce. And so all of our literature talks about, when you support the Alzheimer Society of Grey-Bruce, you are making a real difference in the lives of people we all know and care about right here in the community.
So we've got a music therapist here. I'm a recreation therapist. I want to see our clients come into these and into this office and into other venues in our communities and be able to spend more time, singing and drawing and painting and being in community with one another and connecting. Because we're all we all need that connectivity, right? We all thrive on it, no matter what our circumstances are. And so that's what I really see as being another opportunity from a funding point of view, but also from, just really upping the ante as far as our deliverables in terms of what we can give back to community.
Seeing someone in the community when I'm grocery shopping and they stop me, and they may be a client and I won't even know that, but they'll know that I'm connected with the Alzheimer Society, and they'll say, hey, thanks, this happened. I saw my mother's eyes light up for the first time during the art therapy program. And that's just so rewarding. That's the relationship development. And then watching a volunteer who's come in to say, I can answer the phones, I'm really good with that. But as they develop, we engage them more in them discovering what they're capable of doing, and then seeing them really blossom and become more and more involved.
When I can connect with an individual or individuals and tell them what it is that they can do to help the one that they love, or learn more about the disease and helping their friends or other family members. It's very heartfelt, I guess, very, very emotional. I feel very, very passionate about what I do, and I think it's really giving people hope that, how can we communicate effectively with somebody who is now struggling with that ability to use those words like they used to. So it's really providing people with knowledge and understanding about this disease and identifying that this person is still a person. It's the disease that's making them change the way they think. It's not, it's up to us now to figure out how it is that we can get our message across to that individual so that they understand what is it that I need to know about this individual in order to give them what it is that they're asking. So the concept of person-centered care is huge.
So the Memory Cafe was started, the idea was started out in London, I believe. That's where we got the idea from. And I approached the Frog Pond owner and he was more than willing to open his doors. This place is perfect because it has a separate room attached to it, so we have the privacy, the confidentiality, but it's in a coffee shop atmosphere, which is really nice, and people really enjoy that. Memory Cafe is an opportunity for people with dementia or other type of related illnesses like Alzheimer's disease to come together to learn from each other. It's a support group for them. The greatest part today, after our meeting today, the one person mentioned in the group that after our first meeting together, he felt very, very supported and didn't feel alone. And that's the whole purpose of this group. And it was fantastic to hear that. And everybody agreed with him. So it's going to be a good group. And hopefully we can get more people out to learn from each other and know they're not alone with this illness.
If you or someone you know could benefit from the services at the Alzheimer Society of Grey-Bruce, or if you'd like to get involved, please visit alzheimer.ca/Grey-Bruce.